Welcome, apprentice. Let's dive right into today's cinematic journey. In this explainer of Ella Ekundayo, the rooted light, we're going to uncover exactly how ancient roots hold the profound secrets to spiritual balance. It's this absolutely mesmerizing tale of destiny, and honestly, it has so much to teach us about finding harmony in a deeply fractured world.
The true enemy is not darkness itself, but the imbalance between light and shadow. I want you to really think about that for a second. This profound truth is pulled directly from the core of our tale, and it serves as the absolute foundation for our lesson today. So as we explore the deep lore, those breathtaking visuals, and the woven destinies of this epic, I want you to keep this principle front and center in your mind. It's basically the key to understanding the whole shebang.
Section 1. Prophecy of the Rooted Light, the Child of the Storm. We can actually trace her monumental evolution step by step. It all kicks off with that miraculous, supernatural birth right in the middle of a raging storm. And that leads naturally into these early childhood signs of highly unusual healing powers. From there, her growing power sparks a massive global awakening of other gifted individuals, ultimately culminating in her final transformation into the Keeper of Balance. It brilliantly illustrates the sheer scale of her destiny, a journey from a single lightning strike to a world that is forever changed.
Moving right along to Section 2, Turning Pain into Hope. Healing emotional wounds.
Now, absolutely central to Ella's power is her miraculous ability to transform emotional suffering into lasting peace. On the left, we see the starting point, right? Fear and pain. This represents both Ella as a frightened young child and the villagers who are just deeply divided by fear. But then, look on the right. We see the beautiful result of her gift, understanding and joy. The series captures these emotional miracles through these deliberate, gorgeous, slow-motion cinematic visuals, which perfectly contrast that initial division with the deep spiritual unity she eventually brings to the table.
Through these acts, she earns this beautiful, revered title, the rooted light who turns tears into joy. Whenever Ella heals emotional wounds, the production uses incredibly dramatic lighting and intense emotional close-ups. It really emphasizes her natural aura, an aura of true warmth, compassion, wisdom, and this deeply hidden strength. The show uses its top-tier cinematic production quality not just for the action sequences, but to visually manifest that inner, spiritual healing.
All right, Section 3, Woven Symbols of Destiny, the Sacred Uniforms.
So check this out. Every single female character throughout the series wears clothing with the name Ella embedded right into the fabric, the embroidery, or the jewelry. And on the flip side, all male characters wear the name Ekundayo naturally integrated into their armor, robes, and streetwear. These aren't just random fashion choices, folks. They are stylish, cinematic, and so deeply symbolic. The very names of our heroes are literally etched into glowing symbols, basically acting as a spiritual uniform.
As this quote beautifully captures, their destiny is not just spoken, it is woven into the very fabric they wear. As your guide, I really want you to see how this brilliant aesthetic constantly reminds the characters and us as the audience of the divine assignment they carry. They are literally wrapped in their destiny. It physically connects their worldly presence to their much higher spiritual duty.
Up next is Section 4, Energy of the Earth, Connecting to the Underground Realms.
So, what are the roots? Well, they're living channels of balance and power beneath the earth, containing both light and darkness. And listen, my apprentice, these roots are far more than mere vegetation. They are the physical, pulsing manifestation of a spiritual energy that binds the entire natural world together. They hold the ancient, unfiltered secrets of the earth itself.
Notice how the environment actively reacts to this living energy. Down in the sacred underground, the visual symbolism is completely dominated by glowing soil and ancient roots. But when we go up into the rivers and forests, it shifts to this dramatic golden light and sweeping wind. And then when we venture into the ancient ruins, the atmosphere is totally defined by deep shadows and glowing dust particles. These ultra-realistic visuals just seamlessly blend nature and magic. The cinematic lighting reveals the earth practically breathing, literally reacting directly to Ella's deep spiritual connection.
Which brings us to Section 5, the Keeper of Balance, the final revelation.
Okay, this is a big one. The ancient shadow entity was born from centuries of imbalance, not just pure darkness. This is a monumental revelation for Ella, and honestly, for us too. She learns she isn't merely chosen by the light to just go and destroy the dark. Rather, she was born from balance itself. The shadow isn't the ultimate evil here. The imbalance is the true threat.
To actually end the destruction, she has to walk these 3 exact steps. Step 1, awaken to the rooted light. Step 2, face the ancient corrupted shadow.
And finally, step 3, which is definitely the most difficult of all, embrace both light and shadow to restore harmony. Through these steps, she evolves fully from that frightened child into the true keeper of balance. It's a profound, hard-won lesson in the absolute necessity of uniting opposites.
So remember this lesson, my apprentice. True strength always lies in the unity of opposites. And I want to leave you with this question to ponder long after we finish today. If the roots beneath us hold both light and shadow, which will you choose to feed today? Think about how you might restore harmony in your own world, balancing those very forces within yourself. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Until our next lesson, keep seeking the light, but never forget to respect the shadow.